Day 26 of developments. Today, the topic is going to be my mental health checklist. And I want to put a disclaimer real quick. This is just what works for me. Everyone has their own system, and I kind of am just purely making this as a reference system so that I can come back to this whenever I'm feeling down. And you can implement these however you feel fit. Okay, with that disclaimer out of the way, I'm going to go over 7 key tips that I have, plus some bonus tips on what I do if I'm ever stressed or worried or concerned and just need to check on my mental health. So, the first one, and probably the most important, is disconnecting from my devices. This is so important, especially when we're spending 5 to 6 hours a day on our screens, as well as it's so easy to get caught up in the cycle and caught up in the scroll and seeing so much negativity and comparison and envy and greed and all of that. It's good to disconnect from the devices. That's my first checklist. Disconnect from the devices. One thing that I've recently invested in is an RFID blocker. I put my phone in this at the end of the day. I also do not bring it into my room ever. That's my one rule. No phones in the room. And then I put it in this blocker, which helps me get rid of the frequencies and distractions of the phone. The second thing is, now that you're away from the phone, you can either be bored, or the second thing would be to exercise. And this can take several forms. I like to go on a walk, maybe go boxing, get out some stress, or go to the gym. I think those three are great ways to relieve some stress. But if I were to just do one, I would probably go on a walk. And I'll tell you why. If you go on a walk, don't turn around until you clear your mind. And you will find yourself walking crazy distances. It's also less intensive, especially if you're not feeling great. The next one and third tip would be to shower. You never really realize how impactful a shower can be until you do it. And it's just a good time to like reset, be away from the screen, meditate, cleanse yourself, and you come out feeling refreshed. And a little side tip, I guess this is one of the bonus, is hydrate. Fill yourself up with water. Drink some water, maybe have a lemonade, maybe have some tea. Hydrate. Bonus tip. The next tip, number 4 on my checklist, is to read. And I would read either fiction or the Bible. I wouldn't read a nonfiction book just because you don't really want someone yelling at your ear when you're feeling a little down. The Bible sometimes can be really good for giving wisdom, and fiction can be good to get your mind off of whatever you're stressing about. A little side note here, if you don't feel like reading, you could also journal. You could write down all your thoughts. You could also, another bonus tip to the bonus tip is give thanks. Like, be grateful that you woke up because you woke up. So be grateful for that. That's a blessing that most people overlook. And you kind of, yeah, I overlook it often. So give thanks. And it's really easy to list out the things that you're ungrateful for, and that's just you being negative. So try to take inventory of all the things that you're grateful for, and that can help turn the momentum around. The next one, tip 5, would be to meditate or to do yoga. And I think this is a great time, again, to get off your phone, either just relax, chill, or do some yoga, which is an active meditation where you're letting go of certain things and stretching it all out and reduce releasing some stress and releasing some tension, and that can also be very helpful. This is like a number 6, but also ties into number 5. Sit outside. Just literally go outside and sit outside. And it doesn't have to, like, for me, I would want to sit in nature. So like sit at the beach, sit at a park bench, sit in the sun, bathing on a picnic and in the grass patch, whatever. It doesn't even need to be that. You could literally just step outside and sit. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. And soak in the sun. Take some time to just literally sit outside and look at the nature. Be grateful for the nature. Be grateful that we have a sun that can give us energy and give us light. I think that is a great number 6. And number 7. Actually, before I go to number 7, a little bonus tip. Eat some fruit after you go sit outside. Eat some berries, eat some melon, eat some mango, eat a little sweet treat. That'll pick you up. Last but not least, number 7, talk to your friends. And if you don't have friends, talk to your parents. And if you don't have parents, talk to your siblings. And if you don't have siblings, talk to your pastor. And if you don't have a pastor, talk to your boyfriend or girlfriend. And if you don't have a boyfriend or girlfriend, talk to a stranger. And if you don't have a stranger, I think you got to go get a therapist. All right. That's about it. Do I have anything else? Nope, that's all. And that's Developments Day 26. Honestly, it's just like a reference guide for me. I'm not even going to lie. This is Developments Day, Day 26. Oh my gosh, we have 4 days left. We have 5 days left. 4 days tomorrow. This is crazy. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow for Day 27. Bye.